Hello everyone and welcome. I'm sorry I'm late. My internet is not doing me any favors this week. Welcome to everyone that's here live. Welcome to those of you that are watching the replay. This is my weekly live stream where we talk about new beauty releases. We are doing this afternoon. I try and do these Sunday morning Australia time, but we're doing it this afternoon or this evening, because I didn't get home until I think it was like 1 a.m. this morning. I was actually at Elton John. Can you see my shirt? Elton John. And it was great. It was so good. I thoroughly enjoyed it. It bucketed down. It was an absolute slosh pit, but it was so enjoyable. So we're going to be talking about the new beauty releases. This is where basically we bash new beauty releases. We are all very highly critical in this community at the moment because I know a lot of us are trying to save money. We're trying to focus up on using what we have already in our collection. So we are very critical of what comes out. And if you don't like hearing people talk bad about your favorite beauty brands, or you don't like hearing people bash beauty brands that you love, or influencer collaborations that you think are absolutely fantastic and you feel personally offended by people having opinions about makeup, this is probably not the live stream for you, because we are all very highly critical here because we all know what we love. We all have been using makeup for quite a long time. So you'll probably see a lot of people in the comments saying that they're not going to buy most of this stuff that we're going to be talking about. And I myself have a very specific taste as well. And I like to make sure I'm buying something that will really make a difference in my collection and really has like a place in my collection, because it's so large that I don't want it to just get lost. So first of all, we have Carolyn here once again. Welcome, lovely. Good to see you again in the live stream. What else was I going to say? Oh, I did have a few people comment saying that and Felicity's here. Welcome, beautiful. Good to see you again. I did have a few people say in the replay that the quality of the playback was pretty dodgy. I have a feeling that that may be due to my internet connection, because the one last week was really bad quality, but the one the week before was really good quality. So I'm not quite sure what's going on, and I'm going to try and figure out what's going on. But if you are watching the replay and it's really poor quality, I apologize, but it does seem to go all right quality once I start sharing my screen. Once I start sharing my screen, it's just when you see like the big picture of me. So if it's a bit fuzzy now, it should go clearer once we get into sharing the screen. Yes, I have been sleeping most of the day and editing because, I had to sleep in because I was so tired from getting home so late last night. So that's where I've been. So we had to postpone it to this afternoon so I could get some energy back in me. Okay, so as per usual, I share my screen for Instagram. We might jump on over to Instagram, and let me just find that button first. Okay, so you people, oh, there we go. So you guys should be seeing my Instagram feed right now. As always, I'm going to give myself a shameless little plug here. If you want to follow me on Instagram, my handle is at @themakeup_enthusiast, and I share photos of my looks, what I'm buying, flat lays, swatch photos, all that jazz. And then in my stories, I show basically what I'm up to, where I'm going, what I'm doing with my life. So if you want to see like some little snippets of like my dogs here and there and different things like that, you can follow me on Instagram and check out my stories. So as per usual, I always start with beauty news, because Kat and Haley from Beauty News put in a lot of effort to keep up to date with the new beauty releases, and they're always pretty on point. So I always go to Beauty News first for the most up-to-date information, and then we'll jump on over to Trend Mood to see if there's anything there, as well as the indie releases. Now I've got to remember where we got up to last week, because I really don't remember. I think we spoke about the By Terry release, so it's probably this Kristen Dominique palette. So this is the Latte 2 palette. This is a mocha scented palette, which is interesting. Mocha scented palette, it is neutrals with pops of color that can be multi-purposed as under eye brightness for light dark skin tones, and a blush. It's a little bit weird having a powder, I think, as a color corrector, in my opinion. We're also launching 2 ultra hydrating balmy lip glosses that smell like heaven. Okay, we'll have a look at the lip glosses just after this because I think there's a separate picture of the lip glosses on the Beauty News page. So this is the palette. So it's basically saying that it is an eyeshadow palette as well as a face palette, which I kind of see, but I kind of don't. I don't know whether I'd be using these powder products as color correctors. I think that's a little bit strange. But I do, there's just something about this palette that really interests me. And I think it is mainly these 3 colors here. You guys know I'm a sucker for a color like this like minty green color. I don't think I would wear it all that much. So I think I'm going to have a look in my collection and see if I can find these 3 colors, because that's really what's drawing me to this palette here is these 3 colors here. I know 100% for sure that I have all these neutrals, especially these shimmers. Like, they're nothing unique, but I really like these pop colors, this orangey color, this corally color, and then this mint green color. These 3 colors is really what's grabbing my attention for this palette, and I just can't justify buying the whole palette just for 3 colors. So I'm definitely going to have a look in my collection and see if I can find these 3 colors somewhere. Let's see what everyone's saying. Mocha scented. Yes, I'm very interested by the mocha scent claim. I'm very intrigued to see what that smells like. Obviously, I know what a mocha smells like, but what it smells like in makeup, I'm intrigued. She has quite large pans, so easy to get a larger brush in. Okay, that's interesting. That's interesting to know. So definitely her claim about using it as a face, like a face palette. If you can get a bigger brush in there, that's very handy. If they're larger pans, to get a bigger brush in there, you can obviously definitely use these as blushes, highlighters, even contours, highlights. If you're able to get a bigger brush in there, that's really good to know. It's pretty. I love the idea of the minty green, but tend not to wear them. Yeah, I'm the same. Like, the color really grabs me, but when I think on a practical standpoint, I don't tend to wear a lot of mints. It's more that kind of that slightly deeper color, that teal color that I really like. That color haze out of the Huda Beauty palette. Oh, that color I'm a sucker for. I love the Too Faced chocolate scent things, but I wouldn't repurchase them. I always grab out my the Too Faced chocolate bar palette, like my original palette that I brought. And now when I smell it, I'm kind of like, oh, it doesn't smell the same as the day that I brought it. So I'd be interested to see whether the scent lasted on this. But I like the idea of this palette, and it just seems to grab my eye. It's such a basic palette with pops of color, but I like it. There's something about it that I like. So I definitely think it's these 3 colors. So I'm going to have a look in my collection and see if I can find those colors, because obviously I'm interested in them at the moment. And if I can find them in my collection and grab them out and use them and just satisfy that little makeup goblin, that little makeup minion in me that's just going for these 3 colors at the moment, then I won't need to buy this palette. Oh, gosh. Okay. What do we have next on the agenda? This is the collection between Hannah from Smoky Glow. I decluttered my chocolate bar palette, but my bronzer is still going strong. Oh, I actually do have the Too Faced chocolate bar. I think I have the Milk Chocolate Soleil bronzer. I haven't grabbed it out in ages, though. It's nice. I like it. I had always wanted her original latte palette. Didn't end up getting it. Yeah, I've been interested in trying her formula as well, because I've heard good things about her formula. And I think, was it her original palette that people said wasn't a good quality, or there was something like wrong with the formula, and she actually stopped stocking it, or I can't remember exactly what went wrong with it. But I have a feeling that there was something wrong with one of her palettes, and she basically admitted, she was like, yeah, there's something wrong, I'm going to fix it. I'm going to basically take everything off the shelves and restock it when I finally figure out what's going wrong with it. I think that was Kristen Dominique. I'm almost certain it was Kristen Dominique with one of her palettes. I can't remember which one though. So this, Oh, okay. It was the lemonade palette. Thank you, Carolyn, for clarifying that. But it definitely was. I knew it was Christian Dominique. I just couldn't remember which palette it was. So it was the lemonade palette that had some issues. And I remember that she was like quite open with, like, not admitting that was something wrong, but making sure that she was open about that there was a problem and that she really went out of her way to fix the issue. So this is the collaboration between Midas Cosmetics and Smoky Glow. They are not revealing the full collection until the 23rd, which is this week. What day will that be? That'll be Thursday, if I'm counting correctly. Yeah, I think that'll be Thursday. Okay. Carolyn, you're more over this than I am. So Carolyn's just confirmed that she replaced the lemonade palette for everyone. So we're not going to be able to talk about this palette. So there's definitely a palette, and I think Hannah confirmed in her initial. Here we go. So there's an 18-pan eyeshadow palette, a highlighter duo, and a lip gloss trio. So I'm very interested to see this collection, but obviously we won't be able to talk about the full reveal and actually what each set looks like until next week's live stream. This is the new palette from Suva Beauty. I'm going to just jump on over to the Suva Beauty Instagram page because there's actually a photo then rather than a video of the palette. So this palette is it's called their Hypercolor palette, and it's got a mixture of like UVs in it, so they glow under a black light. We've got some mattes in here, and we've also got some toppers. So this is what the palette looks like under a black light, and then this is what she looks like not under a black light. So these four up the top here are the ones that glow under a black light, and then we have the four mattes as well as the toppers here. So I don't know, I'm on the fence about this palette. I really like supporting Suva Beauty because I think they have some amazing products. I really enjoy some of their products, but I don't think I'm going to go out of my way to pick this one up at this stage. Maybe in the future. Their last palette that I brought was the Block Party palette, and to be 100% honest, I haven't even used it yet. So I don't want to buy another palette from them until I go and actually use that one, because that one does have some of the UV colors in it as well. I'm into the toppers, but not keen on this one. That's fair enough. I do like if we have a look at some of the, like how they actually perform. They seem to look really nice. So this is, I think, one of the mattes with the topper over the top in this photo here. And then here's another one with one of the toppers over the top. So the effect looks really nice. Oh, here's another one. Like they look really pretty when they're paired all together. And I like the whole concept of how they have designed it. But I just don't think I am going to buy it. Maybe at some point, because I do like these bold colors that Suva Beauty always have, and I like the topper concept. I think these would also be really pretty as like inner corner highlights. But I'm gonna pass on it for now because I don't need another eyeshadow palette at this moment. But I do really like the idea and the concept behind it. It's got my attention 100%, and I think I might wait until it comes to Australia just so it's a bit easier for me to get my hands on and have access to, rather than getting it shipped all the way from Canada, because Suva Beauty always has, they're a Canadian company, but their website always charges your card in American dollars. So it makes it a bit more expensive rather than waiting for, they are stocked at Discount Beauty Boutique now in Australia. So instead of waiting for Discount Beauty Boutique, they charge in American dollars, which is annoying because it like doubles the price, whereas Discount Beauty Boutique prices aren't too bad. I like the idea of bright colors, but I hardly wear them. Yeah, that's fair enough. You definitely have to be into these kind of colors. They are very bright, like across the board. There's not even any neutrals in that palette, so I totally get that. But I do think they've done a really good job with the colors that they've put in the palette, being able to pair together and with each other. These are the two colors from Kristen Dominique. These are the lip glosses that they were talking about in the Latte 2 post. So this is a creamer and a Java lip gloss. Do these have a scent? I'm assuming these have a scent. I don't know. I wonder if they have a scent. I'm assuming they have some kind of coffee scent to them with names like that. So the creamer is like this white color here, this nudie white color, and then this one here is Java. So it is a true brown. I think this one would be too dark for me, this brown color here. And this one, I don't think I would have a use for it. I recently did a declutter and I got rid of a color that was pretty much the same as this lip gloss here. I just didn't really like how the kind of milky cream color looked on my lips. So I probably would pass on both of these because I don't think I would get any use out of them. And I don't think they have a spot in my collection just because of the colors. If the formula was nice, I definitely would pick them up, but I don't think I would use either of these colors. I would like one that is right in between those colors. Yeah, I think that would be whoop. I'm missing. Nude looks good. Java would be great for deep skin tones. Yeah. I think that there's definitely a hole in the market for, I'm loving medium brown lip glosses right now. I think there's definitely a hole in the market for a like really deep brown lip gloss like this. So I like the idea of both of them. I love the idea of both of them, but just not for me. But I definitely think that this deep brown will go really, really well on some beautiful, deep skin tones. Yeah, it would look really nice, really nice. Let me just make sure that I have my, I just want to make sure that I have my mute down on Instagram, because last time I played a video and it had music in it, my video got automatically, not copyright struck, but automatically I lost basically like all profits on that video because I played a video with someone's song in it. It's good to see something that is suited to deeper skin tones. Yeah, I love seeing like brands that are really making an effort to recognize and brands that are really making an effort to make products specific for deeper skin tones. I think it's great to see that brands are going out of their way to include more skin tones in their range. I think it's great. This is the Revlon and Andre, I'm not even going to try and pronounce their surname. This is the Lunar New Year Super Lustrous Lipstick in red. We have two reds. So we've got Rose Wine and Red Rules the World. Let's see what these are. Are you not even going to show the other color? Okay, that's cool. I have a feeling that these may already be existing reds in the Revlon collection, just with a special little packaging, so a little like mouse drawn on the packaging. So once again, repackaged stuff for Lunar New Year. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty certain that they are just repackaged in this red bullet. Something that I am excited about is Hourglass are finally extending their shade range in their Confession lipsticks. They are extending it by 8 shades. They are still going to be fairly nude, so they are calling it a nude shade range extension. So we have 4 of the colors here. We have Every Time, which is a nude fawn. We have I Am, which is a deep pink rose. I Feel, which is a deep beige. I Still, which is a red orange. I'm Looking, which is a pink taupe. Let Me is a chestnut. When I Was is a pink nude. And You Wake Me is a terracotta nude. I am very, very interested in some of these colors. I love this formula. This is one of my favorite lipstick formulas. If I could have like every lipstick in my collection in this formula, oh man, that would That would be a dream come true. They are so expensive in Australia, though. These guys are super expensive, but I just love the formula. I have actually gone through a complete one of these last year, which is my favorite color in the range. So it's definitely a really beautiful formula. I love the formula. Some of these colors I think will probably pull a little bit too nude on me, but some of them, like the deeper, like brownie nudes, I am keen. I am very, very keen. I'm very interested. I think the reds, red oranges, I typically don't enjoy on me, but probably these like deep pink roses and the red orange, probably not for me, but I really think that maybe like this color You Wake Me will be nice. Let Me, I think I am interested in. And then maybe this Every Time one as well, which is this one. So probably I'm going to have a look at these when they come in store to Mecca because, oh man, I love these lipsticks so much. They're so expensive. I am actually doing like a low buy rules, and I'm going to try and get that video published for this week sometime. But one of my rules is related to lipsticks because I have way too many lipsticks, and it's that I need to use up, I think I said 2 to 1 full-size lipstick. So I need to use up 2 full-size lipsticks before I buy 1 full-size lipstick. So I am being super strict with myself this year when it comes to lip products. So I'm going to hold off actually picking one of these up, but I'm very interested, and I probably will buy one of these or some of these at some point, but I actually just need to follow my rules first and use some lipsticks up. And I'm trying to, maybe depending on what are in the packs at Christmas time, I'm aiming to use up enough lip products to be able to buy the pack at Christmas time. Which is my favorite color in these lipsticks. So my favorite color in these lipsticks is my One Desire, and it's actually a limited edition shade, which drives me mental. It's like my perfect nude lipstick, but it's a limited edition shade. And I was hoping that one of these colors would be that color so I could just like continue to repurchase it. But it's a limited edition shade, and it's only come out in those Christmas packs, which is so annoying. It's so annoying. I actually have, I think they've put it in packs. They put it in the first Christmas pack, and then they put it in the second Christmas pack, but the one in like the 2019 Christmas pack, they didn't include it in. I know, why would they do that? Like, so unfair, so unfair. But I think Mecca still have some of the packs from like years ago. I probably shouldn't buy them just for that one shade, but I'm very tempted because once I run out of the one that I have, I don't know where I'm going to get it from. I need to, actually, maybe Hourglass have them on their website. I'm wondering whether maybe Hourglass sell the limited edition shades like exclusive to their website. Maybe I might have to check that out and see. But I love these lipsticks. I don't think you'll be disappointed if you pick any of these up. And I am definitely going to check the Shade Rage extension out in store when they come because I'm keen. I love these lipsticks. And for those of you that don't know, this little canister here, so the gold bit is refillable. So you actually, like, it's about here. You pull this lipstick out. You pull this little component out here. And then you can buy a refill, which is just the lipstick portion, and you can clip it back into the canister. So it's kind of like a refill packaging kind of thing. And the refills are a little bit cheaper too. So very interested in that collection. Hourglass gets me every time. Yes, I should check Temptalia for dupes. I mean, yeah, it won't be that same formula though. I'm sure if I actually looked at the other Hourglass lipsticks in my collection, I would find something that would be very similar. It's just something that, you know, when you find the one that you love, you just want to stick with it. This is the new Shu Uemura Flaming Reds collection. Now, this is another lipstick formula that I'm kind of intrigued by, because I know that Kat from Beauty News and her own YouTube channel is Kitchnitch. I know that she loves the Shu Uemura lipsticks, the red lipsticks that she's brought. So I'm very interested in the Shu Uemura lipstick range, but I believe that these are limited edition, and I think that these lipsticks are new colors. So we have, what are these? These are, I don't even know what these are. I'm assuming that these are like an eyeshadow, liquid liners. So we have a liquid liner in Bronze O and Gold Wow. Then we have, these are the lipsticks. Some of these though have like a metallic finish to them and have glitter in them. So I'm not sure about those ones. Then there is a brush. This brush is existing to their range, but it's just got the fancy red packaging. What else do we have? The eyebrow pencils, I also believe, are existing in their range, just in the red packaging. The Ultimate Beauty Cleansing Oil is my favorite cleansing oil from Shu Uemura. That is also existing just in a red bottle. And then these are all the lipsticks. So there's a matte formula, an amplified formula, and a lacquer shine formula. Yeah. I'm interested in some of these colors, like these reds, but I have a lot of reds in my collection and I don't wear reds a lot. If I was out of my cleansing oil, I would probably buy it in the limited edition packaging just for fun. But I still have about a quarter of a bottle left before I need to buy another bottle. So I'm not going to pick one of them up just to have in my stash, just so I have a red bottle. And yeah, that's about it. That's my thoughts on that collection. If you're looking for some reds, obviously this is a red collection. They have plenty of reds, enough reds to suit everyone's taste. Okay, what was this one? Oh, this is the Dior Spring Collection, and I think that this is the Flaming Red is, let me have a look. Yes, limited edition. It is limited edition, Carolyn. I'm not quite sure how long for. I don't know whether it's a Lunar New Year collection or if it's just like Flaming Red, but red seems to be the color of the Lunar New Year. So I'm not quite sure whether it is a Lunar New Year collection and they've called it Flaming Reds or if it's just something else. I don't know. I've just run out of cleansing oil, but I think I'll just get a cheapie. Yeah, that's fair enough. The Shu Uemura cleansing oils are very expensive, but the bottle that I get, I usually get the big bottle. I think it's about $200 almost. It's very expensive, but it lasts me nearly a year, if not longer. So it is very expensive, but I think when you actually work it out, a year, and I pretty much use it every day, it doesn't work out to be as expensive. Like the cost per use comes down quite a lot with it. Okay. Yeah, so this is the Dior Spring Collection. This is called Glow Vibes. I feel like this is very different to Dior, what Dior normally does. I kind of like this. It looks very different. I'm not going to pick any of it up, but I like the vibe of the collection. I really enjoy it. The nail polishes, I am on a strict no buy when it comes to nail polishes. I need to use up what I've got first before I buy any nail polishes. These lipsticks, I don't enjoy orange lipsticks. I've got enough red and reddy pink colors. I think these are highlighters. I would be very interested to try a Dior highlighter. I've heard amazing things about the Dior highlighters, so maybe one day. But these eyeshadow palettes I feel like this is very different to Dior, and I'm kind of digging it. I'm not going to buy it because $63 for 5 eyeshadows, that's like almost $100 for 5 eyeshadows. That's insane. And it comes with sponge tip applicators. No, thank you. But I feel like this is really fun. I like it. It's fun and different. I like it. I like seeing brands kind of go out of their comfort zone. What's everyone saying? I get the Simple brand one from the supermarket. Yeah, I've heard good things about the Simple one. I've never tried it myself, but I've heard very good things about it. This is cool for Dior. My sister has a Dior highlighter and it's stunning. Yeah, I've heard everyone that has tried the Dior highlighters, and I know a lot of people have that quad, the highlighter quad, that they've come out with a few times in different collections. I've heard amazing things about that. I don't think I've heard anyone say anything bad about the Dior highlighters. I want a highlighter. Yes, I think we're all in agreement that we really want to try those Dior highlighters. Let's have a look at these ones. These don't look too bad, and the Dior packaging, like with that kind of quilted finish in the top of the compact, is really pretty. They are $50, which is a fair chunk of money. I think Dior is in Sephora Australia, so maybe when they have a 20% off sale, we can all buy out all their Dior highlighters. Speaking of Dior, it looks like they're coming out with a new, what is this? This is a concealer. Oh, wait, no, is this new or is this Dior Forever Skin Correct Concealer? I think that this is new. I have so many highlighters to use up before I look at any others. I wonder if they will come to Sephora here. Yeah, I'm not quite sure if Sephora Australia get like the special collections that Dior do, or if they just kind of keep their core collection. I know that I think they have their normal highlighters, but I don't know about the limited edition ones that they do, whether they stock them or not. I think they do have those quads though. I think they have those highlighter quads. I'm not quite sure if this is new, this concealer. I think it may be new. Oh, yes. So they've added concealers to their Dior Forever range. Let's find some information about this. So this is a all-in-one 24-hour wear extreme skincare and concealer. In a single sweep, this multi-use concealer hides under-eye circles, localized redness, blemishes, and imperfections without settling into facial lines. For a flawless complexion from morning to night, this is dermatologically tested and non-comedogenic. I can never pronounce that word. Coverage is buildable, and 24-hour skincare is enriched with wild pansy extract for smooth, moisturized skin with a refined appearance. There's a lot of claims in this concealer. There's a lot of claims in this concealer. I would be very interested in putting this to the test. 24-hour wear extreme skincare. This is bold claims. Gonna hide your acne. It's going to hide your under eye circles, hide your imperfections. It's not going to settle into lines. A lot of claims. Let's have a look at the shade range. Okay. I mean, if it can make your under eye area look photoshopped like it does in these photos. Do these look photoshopped to you guys? They kind of look photoshopped to me. If it can make your under eye area look photoshopped and get rid of all the lines, sign me up. The shade range, I mean, it doesn't look like it goes deep enough. In my opinion, it's probably lacking a little bit. 30 shades, like the number 30 amount of shades is a decent number. But when you look at it, if it doesn't cover a good amount of shade ranges, like 30 shades are useless if it doesn't cover a decent amount of skin tones. Sephora do have the quads, those before and afters. Yeah, they look very Photoshopped to me. I don't know. I'm not quite sure about these. Yeah, it kind of looks like they've even changed the shape of their faces and their noses and stuff. Interesting. I'm interested to see what people think about this concealer, whether it actually lives up to like the 24-hour claim, whether it covers redness and blemishes. I am interested to see what people think and if it stands up to these claims, because if it can stand up to the claims, it's going to be a great concealer. But I don't know about if it's going to be able to. It's changed the contours of their face. Yeah, that's why I'm like, it looks like they've changed their face shape. It's very odd. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that at all. I think we've already spoken about this. You guys know how I feel about this stick concealer. I'm not going to mention it again. These are the new YSL Rouge Volupte Rock and Shine lipsticks. YSL come out with these lipsticks all the time. So these have a little star shape in the middle, which is packed with pearls for an iridescent shine. Right. So the star is packed with glitter by the sounds of it. It's got subtle wearable shimmer without the look of loose glitter on the lips. Okay, I can get behind that. We have 16 shades by the looks of it and $38 US. I know. YSL seem to always come out with these lipsticks, like some kind of Rouge Volupte lipstick in these same packaging. Like I brought one of these lipsticks, I think like 6 or 7 years ago, and it hasn't really changed all that much. Like it's still the same packaging. They just keep kind of revamping it a little bit. But I know people buy these because of the luxe packaging. Like that's what gets people in, is they're like, ooh, this pretty YSL packaging with the logo and the chunkiness, and like it sells. It definitely sells. But they just don't seem to bring out anything new, in my opinion, with this stuff. They have done the things like the bit in the middle, which is supposed to be like a moisturizing the center and different things like that. This is also supposed to be a lipstick meets balm as well, which is interesting. So it's obviously like a tinted lip balm almost. So I'm not quite sure about this one. So it's basically like a tinted lip balm with a little bit of shimmer or glitter in it. Yeah, definitely not for me. I'd be interested to see how like opaque this formula is, whether it's that weird in between. So yeah, not quite sure. It's not for me. I don't like the idea of that shimmer, whether it's going to be chunky. It says that it's not, but I'm not quite sure. And having it in the middle here, does that mean it's going to feel gritty on the lips as well? I don't know. Okay. These are interesting. These are the new long wear eyeliners. They're called the Fly Pencil from Fenty. Let me jump across. So we have 20 shades in this. They range from matte, shimmer, metallic, and glitter formulas. They are supposed to be, I swear it said somewhere, no, they're $22 US each. There's a decent shade range in these. None of the colors really stand out for me. If I was going to get anything, I probably would just get the black. But none of the colors really jump out to me, especially when they're asking $22 US when I can get a ColourPop eyeliner for $6 US. if I want colors, I will generally go for like a cheaper eyeliner because I don't wear it all that often. If I'm going to be getting a black one, I don't mind spending a little bit more because I generally use black more. So the colors basically don't interest me. If I was going to try any of these, I probably would just pick up the black to be able to test out the formula. I don't really like the idea as well of this rounded tip. It looks big in the picture, but I'm assuming it might be quite small when you actually get the product. So yeah, I don't know. I like having more of kind of a precise point on an eyeliner. You could definitely sharpen this to a point, but this looks quite big, and I think that's just because it's blown up a bit. I'd be interested. Is there any pictures of it? Let's have a look on the Fenty. I just want to see like how thick the actual liner pen is. Okay, so it doesn't look too bad. The way it looks in the other picture is it looks more kind of like a cream eyeshadow, like an eyeshadow stick. I wonder if they will stay in the waterline. Yes, that's my query as well. That's why I would be interested in trying the black one to see if it actually stayed in the waterline, because it does say does it say it's water resistant? I thought it said it was. Let's go back to I thought I saw somewhere that it said it was water resistant. Maybe I'm just making things up now. I swear I saw it somewhere. Maybe it'll say it down further on one of these. No. I'm just going. Maybe it'll say it in this. I can't see anywhere. It doesn't. It doesn't say if there's any like claims about the product. Shade to create an eye look you want, from fly wings to smudged eyeliners. Yeah, I don't know how easy it is. It's not that easy to do a wing liner with a rounded tip on an eyeliner. It doesn't say anything about. It says long wear. That's just making an assumption. It doesn't actually state anywhere other than fly liner, long wear, pencil. It doesn't actually say anywhere whether it's actually long wearing or water resistant or anything like that. So I can't really see from any of these. You would think that Fenty, if it was water resistant or something, that they would plaster it everywhere, because there's a lot of people that have the same problem of eyeliner not lasting in their waterlines and stuff. But I can't really see any of those claims anywhere, which is, yeah, so I'm assuming that it's not water resistant at all. I have a problem with them all sticking there. Yeah, Marc Jacobs have the best ones. Yeah, is that the are they called the highliners? I think that's the Marc Jacobs highliner. I think that's what it's called. You tried the Maybelline ones. I haven't tried the Maybelline ones. Could tell you what. I find they last fairly well. Okay. That'd be good if they did, because Maybelline's a bit cheaper than Marc Jacobs. See if there's. I'm just going to play the video and see if it says in there whether it says what the claims are. It just says long wear. It doesn't say anything about smudge resistant. There we go. Water resistant. Okay. They need to actually advertise that a bit more. Okay, so their ad does actually say smudge resistant and water resistant. So I would actually be interested to see if they stayed in the waterline based on those claims. And I want to see how actually like thick the eyeliner pen is. No, Felicity, I haven't, trying not to buy from non-cruelty-free brands, but I do have an eye sensitivity issue at the moment, and I've stopped trying them all. I hear you there, Carolyn. My eyes have been so bad lately. I was paranoid that I had something in one of my eyes, so I went to the optometrist, and he was like, "Do you get allergies?" And I was like, "Not normally," but I ended up having to go get allergy drops and put in my eye to like calm them down, because they were just getting so bad. So maybe you might need to get some allergy eye drops just to calm your eyes down a little bit. They are cheap and have a few interesting colors as well as standard black and brown. Yeah, that's hard though if you are wanting to be cruelty free. The smoke has been really bad for my allergies recently. Yeah, I think that might be what was upsetting my eyes as well, is just like the really dry air. And then like combined with lack of sleep and not wearing my glasses, recipe for disaster. But getting some eye drops, I got some actually like allergy specific eye drops, really helped calm my eyes down. It was great. Such a relief. This is the new, why is that gone weird? That's weird. I think that these might be existing colors in these sets, maybe. So this is the new sets from Dose of Color, and each set comes with a liquid lipstick, a lip gloss, a liner, a lip liner, and maybe two liquid lipsticks. Liner, and yeah, but the packs are quite nice. I saw these got why is this coming up weird? I don't know why it's coming up weird. I got this in my emails, and I was kind of tempted because I've heard really good things about the Dose of Colors liquid lipstick formula, and the packs were pretty good price, but I don't need any more. I'm really trying to resist buying lip products at the moment. Oh, drops aren't working either. I'm now seeing an eye specialist, but yeah, the smoke hasn't helped either. Oh, that's not good. That's really sad to hear. There's nothing worse than eye stuff with your eyes, and you always get so worried with your eyes because obviously you need your eyes to see. It's so concerning when you have sore eyes. Okay, this is the new stuff from Chanel. Chanel's way out of my price budget. So we'll just talk about this briefly, but I'm definitely not going to buy this. So this is the Chanel Rouge Allure Camellia lipsticks and the Le Crayon Lèvres longwear lip pencils. You can tell I never took French. So these are based off the camellia flower of Chanel. So we have 8 exclusive creations with the ultra fine melt away and second skin texture of the Rouge Allure, and with a texture as soft as comfortable as velvet for Rouge Allure Velvet. So there must be a couple of different formulas in here. So we've got the Rouge Allure Velvet, $40 for a lipstick. That's a bit expensive. I don't get what yeah, these don't really interest me. And I don't really have much to say about them other than I can't afford it. And I'm not going to spend that kind of money on like a lip liner kind of product. They're all basically reds, so they're pretty colors. Oh, some of them are like nudie pinks. They're pretty colors. And I mean, having like a really luxe lip product like a Chanel would be really nice, and you could have like that bougie moment every day. But yeah, I just can't justify it at all. Too expensive for my liking. Chanel is hella expensive in Australia. It's way too expensive. This is the new collaboration between Physicians Formula and Wiley. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think Wiley might be Australian. Carolyn says, not buying, not paying Chanel prices for lipsticks. Yeah, I 100% agree with you. Too expensive. Yeah, I think Wiley might be Australian. I think she might be Australian, but she's living in America now. Or maybe it's the other way around. I don't know. But this is the Butter collection. This includes 2 bronzers, 2 blushes, and 2 highlighters. I haven't tried any of the Butter collection from Physicians Formula, so I can't really comment on whether it's a good formula or not. I've heard people really like it. I probably wouldn't pick this up because I think there's a few things in here that I wouldn't use. Probably like this deep bronzer, I probably wouldn't use that. And this highlighter here, I probably wouldn't use. The rest I think I would use. Let me have a look at the price. So $14.99 US is a really good price. I've always wanted to try the Physicians Formula Butter products because I've heard really good things, like I said, especially like the bronzer. So I'm intrigued, but I don't even know where we can get Physicians Formula from anymore in Australia. I think you can get them on iHerb. I don't think anywhere in Australia actually stocks them anymore. I know Priceline used to stock them, but I don't think they do anymore. Or if they do, it's only online. Carolyn says, looks nice, but I do have enough face palettes. And I'm totally the same. I am definitely the same. But the allure of trying the formula gets me with this Physicians Formula stuff. Like every time they bring out like a face palette, I'm like, oh, maybe I should try and track that down just so I can try like everything in one palette. But I think that I would not get use out of a few, so that really, like, what's the word? Diminishes the value for me because I'm not going to get use out of everything in the palette. So yeah, I really need to stop buying palettes, like face palettes, especially when I'm only going to use like half of it or a quarter of it. I'm trying to get better at that kind of stuff. It's not a new beauty releases, talking new beauty releases without talking about a new ColourPop collection. So we have 2 new collections. This is the Blush Crush and the Nude Mood collection. This palette here is like a mauve toned palette. It's very pretty, very, very pretty. In the collection, it's very pretty. There's a highlighter. We also have, this is the nude palette. That one's pretty as well. That looks like it's got a pressed glitter in the middle. I don't know if that's actually pressed glitter. And then we have these 2 packs. There's a pack for each, which is 2 of their Just a Tint products in each pack. And I think that's swatches of the highlighter. So out of all of this, that mauve palette, the first one, or mauve, the mauve palette is very pretty. But I think I want to say I even almost have a ColourPop palette that looks pretty much like this. So I definitely don't need this. I think I have a few ColourPop palettes that look very similar. So I definitely don't need this, but it is very pretty and it's grabbing my attention because it's got the right colors in it. Glam Raider may have Physicians Formula. Oh, I always forget about Glam Raider. I need to check that. The blush is calling my name, but I'll have to wait for a sale. Don't need it at the moment. Oh, yeah. I agree. This palette is very pretty. Very, very pretty. It looks like it has a few mattes with like those sparkles in. I'm not the biggest fan of colors like that, where it's like a matte with just a bit of glitter in it. But it's very pretty. And it doesn't look like it has any pressed glitters in it, which is what I like to see. Maybe this one. I can't see for sure anywhere. Yeah, I don't know. but it's very similar. Like this palette and even the nude palette is very similar to what Colourpop already have existing in their collection. Do we want to talk about Kylie? I don't really want to talk about Kylie, but we'll do it anyway. So Kylie's got some new, a new blush. We've got a new highlighter. We've got some new matte lipsticks and some liquid eyeliner pens. Has she brought out liquid eyeliner pens before? So these colors look pretty cool. But I'm not interested in trying anything from Kylie Cosmetics, to be honest. I feel like I have some similar shades already too. Yeah. Colourpop can repeat their stuff over and over again sometimes. We have some new palettes from BH Cosmetics, and these are kind of intriguing to me. I don't know why. They just are a little bit different to what BH Cosmetics normally come out with. So we have some 16 color eyeshadow palettes. So the first one is Trendy in Tokyo. Then we have Smitten in Switzerland and Illuminating in Ireland. Interesting names for the palettes. This one here, this color one, is really grabbing my eye. I think it's a really pretty palette. There are a lot of shades, like when you look at the swatches, that look very similar to each other. So I don't think I need it, but I do like seeing something different from BH Cosmetics, something different to those, what were they? The Zodiac palettes. It's good to see something different. This one is interesting. They're all quite like muted colors. So it's nice to see once again something different from BH Cosmetics. And then this highlighter palette, I'm not interested. These two down the bottom look quite similar, and then the next two look quite similar to each other. And then I wouldn't use either this like really yellowy gold color or this pinky color. So I'm not interested in any of these, but I like seeing BH Cosmetics bring out something different to what they normally have in their range. I think it's good. If they can keep going that way, we'll see what they bring out next. Now, this is from Kim Kardashian West Beauty, or KKW Beauty. Now, sorry to everyone have to go. Dinner is calling. Enjoy your dinner, Carolyn, and hopefully I will see you again next week in next week's lively stream. And have an amazing week. So this stuff, oddly, I really like. I like these blush palettes. I like these blush trios. I think that they're really nice. I'm oddly attracted to them. And I normally don't enjoy anything from KKW Beauty, but these two blush palettes really caught my attention when I saw them. I was just like scrolling through Instagram and I was like, ooh, they're quite nice. The eyeshadow palettes don't do it for me, and those lip crayons don't do it for me either. But I think that these two palettes, I think she's done a good job on them. I like them. They look really nice. So kudos to Kim. Am I going to buy them? I'm not going to buy them, but I do really like the look of them. I think she's onto a good wicket there. Ooh, it's getting hot. We have two new palettes from Violet Voss. And can you guys guess which one I'm interested in? Oh my gosh. Even if KKW Beauty pretty much does neutrals, I have to say she does them pretty exceptionally well. That's good to know. That's good to know. I've never actually tried anything from KKW Beauty. I just always find that it's just too much effort to try and get it to Australia. That's the one thing that kind of stops me a lot of the times from picking up a lot of things from brands like KKW and Kylie Cosmetics. Like, even if I just wanted to try something from them, to me, it's just too much effort to get it to Australia and too much expense when it's not something that really grabs my attention. or something that I really need in my collection, but it's good to know that it's good. Like, it's good to know it's good. It's good to hear that. So can you guys guess which palette I'm interested in out of these two? I'm sure you'll be able to easily guess. So we have the Matte Vibes eyeshadow palette, and we have the Sweet Violet Fun Sized eyeshadow palette. Oh, man, this one down here, this purple one, is calling my name. I freaking love purple eyeshadows. That one does not interest me at all. Does not interest me at all. The purple, look at that palette. Oh my Lord. This palette is stunning. It's stunning. I love it. It's beautiful. These, let me see how much these are going to be. So these are $18 each. So that's not too bad. Actually, wait, the matte one is $30 and the purple one is $18. That's weird. Are they the same? Do they have the same number of shades in each? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 2, 4, 6. Why is there such a difference in price? That's very strange. That's very strange. I don't know why there's such a difference in price between these two. Maybe it's a typo. That's very strange. But this one is beautiful. This one is so beautiful. Wow, that does look good. I know, it is stunning. I am very intrigued. Can someone tell me where I buy Violet Voss in Australia? Actually, I think, is it Discount Beauty Boutique or maybe it's Glam Raider? I think one of those two stock Violet Voss. This palette is beautiful. I love purple eyeshadows. It's my weakness. I probably have every single color in this palette already. And I might actually see if I can try and maybe dupe this palette in my collection. And if I can't, maybe I might actually pick it up. But it's stunning. It is stunning. Well done, Violet Voss. Well done. This one, like I said, doesn't interest me at all. As soon as I saw the purple, I completely forgot about this palette. But I think if you're looking for kind of muted, almost grungy style neutrals, this one kind of is a good mix of everything. It's got kind of those gray undertoned colors. And then there's the purple palette. Like, actually, it doesn't even, it looks very different in this picture compared to the swatches. Like, when you look at this picture and this picture and then the swatches, they look very different to each other, don't they? But yeah, the purple palette is calling my name hard. It is calling my name so badly. I need it. Pixie has come out with some new vitamin C products. I probably won't talk about this for very long, but I like this. I think this is cool. We have a glowy powder. There must be more than just these. So we have a Plus C Vite glowy powder and a lip brightener, a priming oil, an under eye brightener, a brightening perfector, a beautify, a sheet mask, a collagen tonic, a collagen lip gloss. There's a lot. On the go blush, lip glow. I'm assuming eyeshadows. There's a lot in this. There's a lot. So we have some, these must be the blush quads. I think these are blushes. And then this is all the, so the vitamin C, this Vita C powder must be a blush. Glowy powder. This must be like a highlighter blush kind of thing. Very interesting. And then we have a whole heap of other products, cheap products, what have you. Interesting. I like that they're getting into some vitamin C products. I would be interested to try some of them. I don't know how I feel about a priming oil. That probably wouldn't go well with my oily skin. So I probably would try the under eye brightener or the brightening perfector if I was going to try something from this vitamin C range. Milani are coming out with a new, what's this called? Foundation. This is called the Screen Queen Foundation. This is the foundation drop you've all been waiting for, Screen Queen Natural Finish Foundation infused with Milani's digital blue light filter technology. Right. It's the first of its kind formula. It helps fight the signs of digital damage, dullness, discoloration, and hyperpigmentation to keep your skin on point no matter how much screen time you clock on. Very interesting. So we have 45 vegan shades. It is a buildable light to medium coverage, provides a luminous natural finish. It is powdered with nasturtium flower extract. Interesting. So this is $13.99 US. I think you can get Milani through Glam Radar in Australia, and they usually have their stuff pretty quickly, I believe. So this will probably come to them pretty quickly. This sounds like it might possibly be too dewy for my oily skin, especially when I look at the faces down the bottom here. It looks like it might possibly be too dewy for me. So I'd have to probably wait for some reviews before I actually buy it myself. And I am trying to use up foundations in my collection first before I buy new ones. What's your opinion, everyone, of this new digital blue light filter technology in this foundation? It's very interesting. I think that this is going to be the new thing for 2020. Do you guys reckon it's going to be the new thing, this having this like blue light filter skincare type product in our skincare and foundation products? I think it might be. I think this is going to be the weed of 2020. 2019 actually had cannabis oil products. This one I think is going to be the weed of 2020. I'm interested to see what people think of this foundation. Very interested. Oh, this is something else that I wanted everyone to sound off in the comments about. Are you guys going to start supporting the Kat Von D brand now that Kat Von D is leaving the Kat Von D makeup brand? So she has left the makeup brand to pursue other artistic endeavors, including her vegan shoe line and her music. So they're going to rename and rebrand to Kat Von D Vegan Beauty, KVD Vegan Beauty. And it's going to be fully owned and operated by Kendo Beauty now. So I'm really interested to hear what you guys think and what your stance is on this brand now. Like, are you going to start supporting KVD Vegan Beauty now that Kat Von D has left? I for one stopped, or I didn't even start, but I for one decided that I wasn't going to buy from Kat Von D because of everything. So her anti-vaxxing and all the other stuff, so much other stuff. So yeah, I don't know. I'm going to be interested to see how this brand goes now that Kat Von D has gone away from the brand. I'm going to be very interested. And if you're watching the replay, please let me know down in the comments box what your thoughts are on KVD Vegan Beauty now that Kat Von D has left. I am interested, very interested. We only have a few more things to chat about. These are Hermes lipsticks that they're coming out with. I really like this packaging. I don't know why, but there's something about this like multicolored bullet packaging that just really grabbed my attention. It's refillable as well. Oh my gosh, I love the refillable concept. When lipsticks are refillable, love it. So there's going to be 24 colors in 2 different textures. There are 3 additional colors for each new season planned. So they're going to be $72 US each, which is a hell of a lot of money for a lipstick. That's a bucket load of money for a lipstick. But I really like this like multicolored, almost, they look like those beads that people used to put like those chunky beads that you had when you were a kid to make necklaces. Reminds me of that. I love it. I love it. I don't know why, but I think this packaging is so cool. I absolutely love it. And right. So they intend to expand their range with a new category every 6 months, including foundation, eye and cheek colors, and also skincare. So obviously they've decided to cash in on the beauty industry. They've obviously seen how much money is to be made and want to expand from like clothing and luxury leather goods into makeup. I'll be interested to see where this line goes and where Hermes goes. But so far, I'm loving the packaging. I'm actually kind of excited to see what a kind of designer clothing luxury good brand does with like their packaging for their makeup range. I think it'll be very exciting to see. Now, this is another thing that we wanted to talk about, or I wanted to talk about, is the new Makeup Geek eyeshadow relaunch and rebrand. A lot of people are angry about this, and I don't really personally feel like it's justified. People are very angry about the price of this mega eyeshadow palette. So this mega eyeshadow palette is, I think they have here we go. So these are the Matrix palettes. So each of these palettes include 28 eyeshadows in each of these palettes, and they are $124.99 US each. People are enraged by the price. Yes, it's expensive. I will definitely say that it is expensive, but I think the price is justified in my opinion. So overall, Makeup Geek has dropped the prices of their single eyeshadows. Let me see if I can find it. Okay, here we go. So the new eyeshadow price is $5.49 for the mattes and $7.99 for the foiled. Now these both have, I think the foiled has dropped down by like $2 or $3, and the mattes have dropped down, I think, by about 70 cents. So they are a really good price for a single eyeshadow. And I just don't think that people that are commenting on the price of the vaults really understand pricing when it comes to single eyeshadows. The reality is that when you are buying single eyeshadows and you're trying to create a larger custom palette, it does end up being more expensive than buying an actual eyeshadow palette. And that's just the reality of it. Single eyeshadows can be very expensive. When you are spending $10 on a single eyeshadow and you end up buying like 70 of them, it gets very expensive. So I do think that there is some merit in the comments that these are expensive, but you are getting 28 eyeshadows. You are getting 28 different eyeshadows, and in each of them, I think it says on the big ones, where does it say? Let me check. So on the neutral one, you're saving $45, and on the color one, you're saving $60. I just want to grab my calculator out as well, because I think I saw somewhere that someone, so I'm just calculating the price divided by 28. So it comes down again to around $4.40 for each single eyeshadow. So I think when you actually look at it, and in reality, when you actually calmly evaluate the cost and the value of the palette, you're getting a good deal. I think it's a good deal. You're getting 28 eyeshadows for $124. It's expensive to do palettes when you're using singles. It's expensive to create palettes when you're using singles. And I just think that the people that are saying that these palettes are expensive haven't obviously delved into the whole realm of single eyeshadows, because the reality is it's expensive. It's expensive to create palettes using single eyeshadows, because single eyeshadows, it ends up being more to create the same amount of shades in a palette compared to a already designed eyeshadow palette. Like, it's expensive to custom create your own eyeshadow palettes. The other thing that I wanted to say, which was I'm a little bit disappointed because I understand and I believe that the Makeup Geek eyeshadows are reformulated, and I think all of them are reformulated, but there are quite a lot. And I know personally from my own collection, I can just pick off a few already that are existing eyeshadows. And I think if you're a diehard fan of Makeup Geek, you may be a little bit reluctant to buy any of these custom made palettes based off the fact that you already have them in the old formula. And if you like the old formula, I don't know whether you're going to want to buy them again in the new formula. But just off the top of my head, I know Shimmer Shimmer is an old eyeshadow. I know Creme Brulee is an old one. I have that one. Bitten is an old one. There's a few in here that are old ones that I believe have been reformulated. And I think that Daydream or Daydreamer is an old one. I think that it would have been nice to have a palette that has the new colors in it, like just the new ones. Jeanette is saying, I personally don't believe there's any point in whittling down cost per price per eyeshadow because really it takes a long time to finish one eyeshadow. So it's moot. Whoop. So it's moot at the end of the day. Just pick something within your price range and enjoy that. Pointless to compare. People are getting too caught up in getting what they pay for, want more than what they pay for, that they forget to just really focus on what really piques their interest. Instead of getting so caught up with cost per price, it drives me mad. Yeah, I agree with you. I think a lot of the time people get caught up in the price and they don't really realize what they're getting for their money that they're like paying. And like, I agree with you. If you can't afford it, then don't buy it. A brand still has to make money at the end of the day. And I do think that, yes, it's expensive, but still when you look at the price, if you buy the Vault, you're still saving an extra $45. And like, yeah, I agree with you. If you can't afford it, don't buy it. And I just think people kind of need a little bit of a reality check. And like I said, I think some of these people that are commenting on the price don't realize that it's actually a pretty good deal when you think about compared to other brands. Like if you look at a brand like Cleona Cosmetics, not bashing them or anything, but when you look at Cleona Cosmetics, their multi-chrome eyeshadows are $25 each. And if you're going to be buying 28 of them at $25 each, they also still have bundles and stuff, but it still ends up being a lot of money. And if you can't afford it, you can't afford it. Don't buy it. So yeah, I don't know. It kind of annoys me a little bit as well when people bash brands for the prices when compared to all other single eyeshadows on the market, these ones are pretty cheap. And I just don't think people understand that buying single eyeshadows does end up getting expensive. It can be expensive. Yeah, so what was I saying? Yeah, so I'm just a little bit frustrated about the I don't even, you can't even say lack of transparency, but I just wish that she would make it more obvious of like what shades are like existing and what shades are like existing and reformulated and what shades are brand new. So brands like Natasha Denona or Pat McGrath, yes, expensive, but if you like it, you like it. Don't compare it to Colourpop. Just buy what you like and can afford. Go. Exactly, yeah. Yeah, I agree. There are some brands that I think are like overrated and overpriced, but I do know that there's brands out there that people absolutely love. So like, I'm not going to bash someone for buying Pat McGrath or Natasha Denona. I personally don't think it's worth the money, but if people enjoy the formula, everyone has different tastes and everyone has different price budgets. Everyone prefers different formulas, different things. So there's always going to be something out there for what you prefer. and what you like. Yeah, so yeah, I haven't really seen any information about whether all of this is completely existing. And oh, here we go. Single eyeshadows, new and existing shades. So yeah, I don't know. I just wish that there would be more transparency about what's existing and what's not. That's the one thing that I was a little bit annoyed about. And being able to have like a palette that has only the new shades in it would be good as well. Because I know there's a lot of like die-hard fans out there that have everything that Makeup Geek already had in their range. Okay, only a few more things to talk about. So these are the two new eyeshadow palettes from Lime Crime. These are the Prelude palettes. So we have so this is supposed to be a prequel to the Venus series. So we have the Prelude Chroma palette and the Prelude Exposed palette. Are there any swatches? So one is like this greeny colored palette with these like minty colors. And then this is more of like a neutral palette. I've heard mixed things about the Lime Crime formula. So I'm a little bit hesitant to try something from them. I don't think I've ever actually tried. I'm just trying to think now. I don't think I've ever actually tried a Lime Crime eyeshadow or eyeshadow formula, any of their palettes. None of them have really piqued my interest 100%. I like the packaging. But like I said, I've heard very mixed things, so I'm not 100% sure whether I'm willing to put my money where my mouth is and try it, just based off the mixed opinions. And both of these, there are colors in them that interest me, but as a whole, the palette doesn't interest me. So there's individual colors like this pinky one here and the purple, this green, and these two here that pique my interest, but as a whole, looking at the whole palette as a cohesive color story, it doesn't interest me. And same with this one. I just don't think I would get any use out of them. And I think this one especially, I already have these colors in my collection and colors in eyeshadow palettes that I've already got. And then these ones, I don't think I would use this palette. Like I said, there's a few colors that pique my interest, but the whole palette as a cohesive story, I'm just not interested. And then we have the liquid lipsticks. I really don't like the Lime Crime liquid lipstick formula. I just find it way too drying for my lips. I have like little prune lips, and anything that's overly drying just makes them so much worse. So I try and avoid really, really drying formulas. So gonna pass on all this from Lime Crime. Do we want to talk about the let's talk about it. So this is the actual collection that Kylie Cosmetics is coming out with. So Kylie has collaborated with her daughter Stormy for Valentine's Day. I think Stormy is a ripe old age of 2. So the fact that she has come out with a makeup collection is a little bit weird to me, in my opinion. I don't know. I just think it's a bit strange. The eyeshadow palette, I mean, it doesn't look as bad as I thought it would. Not going to lie. I think it looks quite pretty, and the swatches are pretty. I'm not going to go out of my way and buy it, but I think it's pretty. The liquid lipsticks, or the packs, there are some pretty ones in here. I probably would go for this one if I had to pick. The orange, I think that would look terrible on me. But the two pinky colors look pretty. And then it looks like you can get a mini gloss set. So this has 6 in it, which is a lot of lip gloss. It's a lot of lip gloss. Oh gosh, the thought of adding 6 lip glosses into my collection at the moment. Oh man, the thought of that gives me anxiety. Yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think about a 2-year-old collaborating with a brand to make a makeup collection? I just think it's a bit weird. I don't know. I'm sure she loves playing with makeup, but a 2-year-old, I just think it's a bit much. I don't know. It's not my thing. It's not my thing. I'm sure Stormy has some like diehard fans that'll be buying all of that stuff. This is the new NYX Cosmetics collection with Sabrina. The Sabrina series on Netflix. I think it is, what's it called? The Adventurous Tales or something Tales of Sabrina. Love the show. Absolutely love the show. Massive, massive fan of the show. Part 3 is coming out, I think, sometime this week. So keen for it. I will be binge watching that show like you wouldn't even be able to believe. Love the show. I think it's great. The eyeshadow palette, though, I don't know whether it's really for me. It's got 30 eyeshadows in it and 2 blushes and a highlighter. I don't know. I don't think it's really for me. Are there any swatches? I really like the whole palette and how it looks, but this looks different to the other picture. Looks very different to the other picture. It doesn't swatch the greatest. Doesn't swatch the greatest at all. That's very disappointing. And then we have some duo packs of their soft matte lip duos. I really want to like this. I love the tops, the caps of the lip products. I don't need any more lip products. I really want to like the palette, but it's really not for me. And it swatches really bad. And really none of the colors grab my attention. I love the whole design of the palette and the packaging, but it's not for me. It's not for me. It's a little bit too big for my liking as well at the moment. I'm really enjoying smaller, like capsule size palettes at the moment. So I think I'm definitely going to give that one a miss. As much as I love the show, I don't need to buy the palette to support the show. I'm just going to jump on Trend Mood, see if there's anything on here. I don't think there will be. I think I've pretty much spoken about all this. And let's just check Indie Mood, Indie Makeup Spotlight, to see if there's any indie stuff that has been released. Actually, I think there's been a few. There's definitely been a few new shades in the Cliona Cosmetics Stained Glass collection that have been released. So this is a new formula. It's the hybrid multi-chrome formula. This is a hybrid between their jeweled and their glitter multi-chromes. I've said this so many times, but I'm dying to try the Cliona Cosmetics Stained Glass collection. It's on my birthday wish list at the moment. I'm dying to buy some of these. I really want to try some. They're actually having a sale starting on the I think it's the 21st. So in a couple of days' time, they're having a sale. If you're interested, please don't buy everything so I can't. I'm very interested to try some of these. I've heard great things about the multi-chrome formula. These look very pretty as well. They look very pretty. I'll be interested to hear what people think of this hybrid formula. I'm intrigued by it. I haven't tried any of the multi-chromes. If any of you have, please let me know in the comments your favorite colors so I can put them on my wish list. There are also a few. That's the Angelica bundle. There are a few new shades as well that they've come out with in some of their existing formulas. So these are 3 new additions. So we have Glint, Gleam, and Gloaming. Gloaming, okay. Very pretty as well. They have some beautiful shifts. This one at the end, love that color. They have some beautiful shifts. I'm dying to try this formula. I really, really, really want to try the multi-chromes. What's this? This looks cute. This is the Andy Candy Makeup Infamous Highlighter Palette. Interesting. Interesting. Very interesting. No swatches on this one. I would be interested to see what the swatches look like before I comment on my thoughts on it. these are the nude sets that we were talking about for Dose of Colors. So there's the Truffle and the Stone lip set. It comes with a liquid matte lipstick, a one stay glossy lipstick, a one velvet mousse lipstick, and a lip liner in the 2 color variations. So basically the same color across the board, just different formulas for $39. So I mean, it's a bit disappointing that they're all the same colors, but I get why they've done that. But you also get to try basically each formula from Dose of Colors. So I like the sets, but I don't know whether I really need the same color in each formula. For me, that's just a little bit of overkill. But I guess if you like that, if you like having different formulas for the same color, it's a good deal. I think that's about it. I think that's definitely it. Let's just jump back to news. Make sure. Okay, thank God. It's like the first Sunday where there hasn't been anything released while we've been talking. So let me just stop my screen record and you get my full face again. Lucky you guys. Everyone, we have been here for an hour and a half talking about new beauty releases. Obviously, there has been a lot to talk about this week. It has been insane. It's been a lot. Anyway, I'm going to jump off. It is 20 to 7 here of a night time, so I need to go have some dinner and do all that, get ready for work tomorrow. So I'm going to let you all go. Thank you all for joining me this Sunday evening, joining me for so long as well, sticking in there with me. I've enjoyed having conversations with you in the comments. Thank you all. Thank you everyone who has jumped in the comments and had a chit chat with me. I've thoroughly enjoyed it. I hope you all manage to join me next Sunday. Let me think what I'm doing next weekend. I think next Sunday it will be a morning time again. So aiming for probably 9, 10 a.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time, which is Saturday evening, I think, for basically the rest of the world. So yeah, that should be it. There will be some new videos coming out this week. Make sure you jump on over and watch all those videos, like, subscribe, all that jazz. If you're new here and you enjoyed watching this live stream, I hope you subscribe, because I do these every single Sunday and it's a lot of fun talking about makeup, and you guys can let me know how you feel and all that jazz. What else was I going to say? I think that's it. I think that's it. So I'm going to go, everyone. Once again, thank you all for being here with me today, and I will see you in next week's live stream, and I'll also see you throughout the week in my regular uploads. Have a fantastic week, and I'll see you then. Goodbye, everyone.